Good luck. I'm gonna die on the toilet, aren't I?
Guys like you don't die on toilets. Anyways, I'm here and I'm not planning on going just now.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. We'll go on 3. 1, 2...
Wait.
What?
Do we do it on 3 or 1, 2, 3 and then do it?
What? It's your ass, Cochise. I mean, it's up to you.
My ass. 3.
We go on 3?
We go on 3.
Like 1, 2, and then like 3.
Yeah.
Okay, on 3. 1.
Alex.
What? I know.
I mean it, man.
I hear you. Look, we're not gonna fucking die here, alright?
Okay.
Alright, on 3.
3.
1, 2...
3 rad dudes with nothing better to do get abducted by the crew of the starship Alpha 2. They're from the planet Q, which, due to a space-time loop, is stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need our heroes to discuss the latest news and give their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true, not just the premise to the Totally Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show, episode number 15. I'm Alex Albright.
I'm Jeff Canada.
I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
The Totally Rad Show would like to extend its warmest regards to those great men and women that kick the shit out of the British.
Yeah, it's 4th of July.
4th of July, people! Damn you British people, you're down.
Now see,
although
here's
we
the
love,
thing.
wait, we have British fans.
Here's the thing. In
We
fact,
were British in our last episode.
It was.
Poorly.
Poorly.
fact,
That actually was
I don't know what
more,
you're
that was
talking
more
about.
insulting to the Brits than
Yeah.
saying, F you British people.
I got an interesting email from a British fan.
We call them blokes or gyppies. What are they called over there?
Blokes.
I'm trying to, you know they have the
Callum from London sent an email
Callum?
criticizing our Callum.
Oh, Callum.
Our accent.
Our English accents.
But he also recommended a TV show that's on the BBC
Ooh, I like
that
this.
through the magic of the internets I checked out.
Yeah.
It's called Jekyll. Have you guys heard of it?
No, is it about Dr. Jekyll and
As
Mr.
in-
Hyde?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a postmodern take on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Ooh.
I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's like airing live right
Yeah,
now. And
yeah.
It's only 3 episodes have come out, I think.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, as we celebrate this Independence Day,
We're also going to be wise and thank the British for
their
giving
shows.
us... Well, first off, every good actor that comes out of England is amazing.
yeah, this guy. I
Yes,
think his name
every
is James.
good actor that comes out.
Well, no, we have good
The
actors.
bad actors.
We have good actors that come out of the U.S. that are not that great. They're good actors, but they're not amazing. See?
All
Don't
right.
you tell me my
Don't
business,
you-
devil woman.
Seriously, this guy James Nesbitt in Jekyll and Dr. Jekyll and Mr.
Oh,
Hyde.
James
James
Nesbitt.
Nesbitt?
Yeah, amazing.
From the Monkees?
No.
No, that's Michael Nesbitt.
Was he one of the amazing actors you were referring to?
Yes, it was. Actually, he was American, so he was just okay.
Oh.
Good
Wait.
though. The Monkees weren't
Monkees-
British. Well, the
What?
one guy was Davy, whatever.
Davy Jones.
Yeah, but Michael Nesbitt was like an American surfer guy,
Oh, okay.
or the other guy.
Wow.
How did we talk about the monkeys?
It's 4th of July.
So,
How can you not talk about monkeys?
monkeys are rad.
This is when monkeys revolt.
What is that happening? He's
I'm
winding it up.
winding up.
Oh,
Warm it up, Dan. He's about to.
Monkeys are rad.
That's what I'm about to do. Let's
Right?
talk about some crazy crap.
All right, we got 2 huge movies.
Hot off the presses.
Some
Salivae?
salivation is happening.
That's how big these movies were.
Those huge movies,
Yeah.
Die Hard and Transformers.
Correct,
We'll start it out with Transformers.
Yeah. Good choice.
So,
This is review
These are-
early. Actually, it comes out today.
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Although I think people have been able to see it since Monday, but
What?
Transformers,
It doesn't
for
matter.
people who didn't watch the
Oh, yeah.
cartoon or only know of the movie, the trailers,
Yes.
which don't talk about the premise, what would you say is the premise, Jeff?
Well, the idea is that aliens that are organisms that are based on metal can transform.
They're called robots.
Robots? You didn't tell me that. I was going to have to fix the movie.
Alien? Well, because you fucked me up with the whole order.
Aliens that are robots.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone knows what Transformers are.
fine.
They transform into cars. They come to our... Some
Well,
are evil,
Autobots.
some are good.
Yes, Autobots are good. Decepticons
Their
are bad.
fight, our world.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango.
Nice poster.
Raise your hand if you like Transformers.
Well, wait a minute. Before we get
No,
crazy,
he's doing it. Let's
By
do
a
it.
show of hands, who like Transformers?
Oh!
But this comes with the disclaimer.
No, you can do the hand raising.
Mine
and then a
comes with
disclaimer.
absolutely no disclaimer except
Well, you start us off.
fucking amazing. I was so happy. I
Wow.
loved every minute of it. There were a few little minor things, but other than that, it was everything I wanted it to be. All the things that I was afraid that they weren't going to do in
I'm
in
happy
this
about
movie.
this. I'm happy about this.
I'm happy about this. Are you kidding
Because
me?
you were
I
having problems with the car.
I-
You said it was like they changed things, and you were like, it looks
Car?
too like you were like the designs or something. You were
Oh yeah,
scared.
the robots themselves is like they're so like very clearly like robot-y or whatever. Dude, well, because like in the
Well, they're
Transformers,
aliens
it's like
in metal
blocks
form,
and
so-
shit.
I
It is
think
true.
that's one of
But-
the biggest problems I have with it. They're really over-designed.
I totally disagree. Now that I saw the movie, I was like, perfect.
X-Men outfits. This was my X-Men.
Right.
outfits.
No.
Yes.
I was like, it's perfectly updated. Loved it. I thought the acting was really good. I thought I actually was enjoying Shia LaBeouf. I think I saw Surf's Up and I thought he was great. I think I've become, I'm not going to say a fan, but less of a.
You've been boofed. You've been boofed.
I've been boofed, but not
boofed and he liked
not
it.
fully boofed, just half boofed. I don't know if I would go see a movie specifically because he was in it, but I would not begrudge the movie for it.
Cool.
But there was the action sequences were unbelievable. The beginning of this movie, I mean, literally, I was in a crowd of not that many people, and I was literally clapping and cheering. I mean, it was like moments in the movie. The first time, dude, when the first time the Decepticon talks and is on top of Shia LaBeouf, I was like, this is what I was worried the movie was not going to be, which is what I remember and loved about the cartoon, was it's not about the humans. It's about the Transformers. Like, that is what it is about.
I could not
And-
disagree more.
You agree with
Oh
what
my
he said,
God.
but you thought
I
the
agree
movie
with
didn't deliver on that.
Exactly what I didn't like about it.
Yes, that's interesting because I thought all of the
see both
trailers,
ways.
because all the trailers, I mean, it's not as much about it. Clearly, it's about Shia LaBeouf and all that stuff.
It's not
but,
about them at all.
dude, are you kidding me? The whole concept of the movie is about them.
We
We
didn't
just said
get
it.
Megatron until the last 20 minutes of this movie.
Spoilers.
He's got the thing.
Okay.
We put the thing
well,
up way up.
yeah, no.
Well, before we get to you, I just wanted to, there were a couple things that I didn't like about it. It got a little hammy. I didn't really like what was sound shockwave or something, or sound shockwave, I think was what it was. Soundwave, the little boombox guy. He was a little bit too like a little Attack of the Clones.
Not Shockwave
To me.
at all.
Well, I don't think it was supposed to be
wasn't
Shockwave. It wasn't supposed to be
actually.
Shockwave.
Yeah, I was reading about it.
But to tell you the truth, for me, I let all that stuff go because I was so enthralled with it. I thought that the designs of the cars were amazing. I was perfectly fine with Bumblebee being a Camaro instead of a Beetle. Cool. The fucking Camaro that he turns into, the 2008 Camaro, is like liquid sex on wheels. I'm so getting one, it's not even funny. But I was totally satisfied. I personally actually thought that you guys both were going to love it. I mean, I went with Joshua, and we were both like, fuck, that's exactly what we wanted it to be. I
allow
loved
me
it
to
from the beginning.
retort.
No, please, I'm glad that somebody is, although I don't know what you can say.
I think the last 20 minutes of the movie are awesome.
Yes,
The last 20 minutes are awesome.
so is the first 2 hours.
No. Not even a little bit.
Wow, that's
It's so
funny.
disappointing. It's,
Really?
Yeah, this isn't a Transformers movie. This isn't a...
They do transform from cars to robots.
They transform from cars to robots.
Yes.
There's... What happened to the idea that they're supposed to be in disguise? There's no reference to that. There's no point to them transforming. The whole idea is they're
But that's what we get afterwards.
robots in disguise.
Right, but that's the whole point. This what we
They were-
saw.
when they were
That's
in the
going to be
house,
that's going to be Transformers 2, because that was the whole setup. Was they were like, now we are here on Earth protecting them undercover. That was the
Okay.
end of the movie.
Well, let me continue. I think the robots are way over designed. You get all these weird moving parts going everywhere, and you don't, when they're in their robot form, there's one or two that you can actually even tell what the car was before they transformed into it. What's fun about Transformers, at least for me when I was a kid, is when you transform it, you see that it was a car. I wanted a movie where a 6-year-old kid now, 7-year-old kid, whatever, who goes to see this movie, drives down the street with his dad in the car, and they're going somewhere, and a big rig pulls by him, and all he can think about when he looks at that big rig is Optimus Prime.
And you don't think this
No,
movie
that
does
was
that?
wrong.
I think this movie delivers on that.
No,
How could it
there's-
not? Optimus Prime is a giant big rig truck. Dude, how epic was it when the frickin' they're going away from the dam, spoiler cam here. They're going away from the dam. Bumblebee is in the thing, and you see
Steve's like,
sorry, Steve. Put your ears on
just
your
went- he's like-
earphones. And fucking Optimus Prime and the row
We're
of
spoiling it for
Autobots
him.
are driving down, and they see Bumblebee driving, and they fucking flip a bit. I literally was like, that is what Transformers is to me. And now I get to see a big rig that I know is fucking Optimus Prime and Jazz, and they're turning around because they see their buddy that they thought was done fucking tearing it this way. And I was like, this is Transformers!
I actually really want to watch the movie again right now.
Dude,
Get 2
Really
hours of
excited.
it was
Goofy.
epic.
We get 2 hours of Goofy and silly and dumb.
Dude, I
For 20
wanted
minutes,
Bumblebee.
awesome.
The first time that car started playing the music with the chick, I was like, I want that car. I wish my car would
Let
do
me
that.
think.
Let me. What did
Be
you
the
think?
middleman. Be the middleman.
I am the middleman.
Come in between.
I thought
Snuggle.
that it was one of the worst screenplays ever.
Thank you.
Wait for it. Everything besides the screenplay, everything. Everything. Acting, cinematography, editing, directing,
Special effects.
special effects.
Action
Special effects are
sequences.
spectacular.
Everything about it
Spectacular.
was amazing. Was
Exactly.
top notch, except for the screenplay.
I agree with you.
Right.
Dude, the first action sequence when you first see the
Yeah,
Blackhawk
I
or
like-
whatever it's called,
yeah.
fucking
Blackout.
just fucking. I mean, I was like watching it happen, and I was like,
Yeah, I mean.
But why? Why are we in Iraq? Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
Well, I'm okay. I mean,
because
I
that's
don't know why
where
we
that's
wouldn't-
where the hookup
that's where our
is
base
for
is.
the
But yeah,
for the
but
the servers.
Right.
Of course, they're in there. It's a big comm center.
But but the thing about it is, first of all, we all are saying it, and I need to chime in on it. The last action sequence of this thing is the fucking most amazing.
Dude.
I mean,
Get to the building.
I
We'll
was
protect you, Sam.
I was
like,
sweating
"Woo."
intense. It was the most like testosterone. Like
Yeah.
you just, I mean, women will become men watching this. Seriously, it's
the
like,
woman became a
Don't take
man.
your
the
girlfriend.
women became a man, dude.
And
Like,
she liked that.
and
part.
And she's still hot.
you know what's cool about it too? You know when you're 8 years old and you're playing with action figures and you
Yeah.
go, what do? You go like this. You go,
Bang, bang, bang.
and you're like
yeah.
that. I mean, to you doing that, you're seeing the most epic thing. That is what this was.
Yeah.
I was, you know, when you play a driving game and you drive home afterwards and you like driving faster.
I was driving so
I
fast
was
from the screening of this movie.
It was a problem. It was a big problem.
I said to Joshua, I said, I'm glad we're not driving your BMW because we'd be
dude.
dead.
Why is the first
Hold on.
sentence? Why is the
Hold
first
on.
sentence you said?
I'm getting there.
Get there.
Okay, so
Because I didn't. I mean, I
here's
just
the
let
thing.
it go.
Here's the thing. It was very, very childlike. If I had known,
Poor Steve.
it was very hammy.
No more.
I agree. All the jokes, none of it was funny. Although
There was some funny
funny
parts.
stuff, mainly because of the good acting.
That's
by
true. The
who?
parents?
The booth.
I agree.
Dude, but the
I didn't have a
parents-
problem with
I
that.
know. Okay, good. No, I know.
The parents, when she was a little drunk, and she's like, I'm sorry I was saying all this stuff. I'm a little
It was
drunk.
a little bit goofy.
She's
but
gorgeous.
It really was for kids. If I was under college aged, if I was a teenager or 10 or whatever, it would have been the greatest movie I've ever seen. It really would have been. It was a lot of. It was a great first action movie. Like mine was Terminator 2
Yeah.
or Independence Day, whatever. I know you hate Independence Day, but like for the kids who go, well, this is the first like PG-13 action movie. They're being like, this is because it's the first time they've heard
epic.
jokes like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those kids didn't see Gremlins, and that thing totally reminded me of a Gremlin, that sound wave, shockwave thing.
Yeah.
That was very.
It's very gremlin.
And
I thought that too.
If I had known that, if this was the thing about it, Michael Bay did something very interesting. He shot an adult. He shot a child's. He shot the script for
Kids.
Goonies
an adult-
or Explorers
Right.
or whatever. It had that same sentiment, but he shot it like like Bad Boys.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was the right thing. It was kind of interesting, and I get why that was done,
Yeah.
but it just had a little bit of a notes were misfired for me.
Yeah.
Some notes weren't hit, or they were plucked in the wrong way.
I let so much of that stuff go. There were definitely hammy
just
scenes
hard
where I was
because-
like,
but
I'm letting it go because I'm so
Yeah.
happy with how this looks and feels.
The thing about, though, the heart did feel a little bit in the right place, because I actually did care about Bumblebee.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I even though everything that I would have liked it so much more if what they were saying was actually funny and not like wah wah wah. And
Right,
you
you
know,
guys had such a big problem with Fantastic Four 2 for that same reason.
well,
I like
my big
Fantastic
problem
Four
with
2.
Fantastic
Okay.
Four 2. I was thinking about that.
Plus
'cause
the
this
action, dude. First off, this is shot
I'm shocked that
way
you didn't
better.
like this, given that. But the thing about Fantastic Four 2 and me is that the acting was bad, and everything besides the screenplay was also bad to me.
Yeah.
The only thing bad was that. So I'm able to appreciate it for
Right,
everything
okay.
else.
Well, so-
and the acting,
I like-
Shia LaBeouf's acting, he made these hammy lines a little bit more believable, and
Yeah.
those guys were like, "Rrr," you know, to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say, I think it's pretty clear that this is going to be dividing countries because it divides us.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I
I'm
was
glad
just so
that nobody.
disappointed. I was just so disappointed.
You know what? The other thing
It'll
I
be
will
great
say
when you watch it again, I think.
Well, because here's the other thing I will say.
You had low
I had
expectations?
zero expectations.
Yeah, I
I
had very
thought
high
Michael Bay
expectations.
was going to kill my childhood, and in fact, he did not.
He raised your child.
He raised my child, and now my child.
I would
raised
say
my child.
when we hear, I wish I knew his name, the actor who plays Optimus Prime's voice.
Peter Cullen.
Oh yeah, Peter Cullen.
When we hear him at the beginning of the movie, I was certain this was going to be the greatest movie I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
dude, what did I say to you?
See?
Right when you heard the first sound effects that were
Yeah.
like these noisy rumbles,
yeah.
I was like,
Dude.
best movie
And I don't know
ever
about
made.
your screening, but mine was jacked the fuck
No,
up
no.
with the sound. We got
yeah, awesome.
blown out. It was awesome.
And I also want to say, too, it is the best special effects I've ever... It's better than King
Amazing.
Kong. It's better than Lord of the
It
Rings.
supposedly took 2 days to render every second.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't even
I agree
look
with that.
like...
Yeah.
I forgot. I was like...
Yeah.
You know, the thing... I got to say one more thing.
Say it.
I've been citing a lot. I've been working on this commercial, and I've been citing a lot Children of Men and War of the Worlds because
Yeah.
they did such a great job of not
Incorporating-
shooting special effects as special effects. They made it feel like real world. This takes that. He did not shoot. It was as if there was no. He shot this the way
if
he
no-
would have shot anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There were just tiny little frames that had special. It wasn't. It was a
Yeah.
fucking action movie. It was like. I didn't even think about how good the special effects were. I was just watching these cool robots,
Yeah.
and I was like, wait a second. This is all special. I mean, he did actually build practical robots that
Yeah, yeah,
CG
yeah.
came off of.
Yeah, yeah.
But huge cockroach. Huge.
On me or
Right
oh
there.
Jesus.
Glad
Well,
you
this
said-
is what
I'm glad you said
Dan did.
anyway.
He goes like this. Dan just goes huge cockroach, and I'm like, okay, I'm just about to lose my shit here. Speaking of losing our shit, shall we talk about Die Hard?
Let's talk
Live
about
Free
Die
or Die Hard. Okay. Die Hard 1, in a building. Die Hard 2,
Airplane,
in an airport.
port.
Die Hard 3, in the city. Die Hard 4,
In the city?
also in the city. But this time the internet's involved somehow.
Yes.
By a show of hands, who liked Die Hard? Oh.
It might have been also.
I
it
thought
might have
you were gonna
also.
like it.
It might
I
have
was
also.
so scared, Jeff. I was
Dude,
so scared.
it might have been also low expectations, but this is my favorite one,
Let me-
except for the first.
Huh?
Oh, it was amazing. I
Well,
loved
my
it.
brother
I loved
agrees
every
with you,
sentence.
so-
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was awesome.
All right, let me start this time.
Yeah.
Go,
Okay.
please, because I also had really low expectations.
I loved the action sequences. Here's the thing you and I have talked about privately before.
Uh-oh.
There are certain action movies.
Have I
don't
talked
know
about
if we're
this
gonna bring
before?
this
Or was
up.
I part of this
It
conversation?
wasn't that privately.
Yeah.
There are certain action movies
We both had
that are
pants.
made, and a lot of them are like the Hong Kong action movies, for me at least.
Yeah.
A lot of Hong Kong movies, not like this before I get emails, but there's a lot of movies
You don't
where
have to fear the emails, Jeff. We'll talk about my emails later.
the action sequence. It's like the action movie is like a porn movie where you're just waiting around for the next action set piece.
Right.
It's just a series of filler to
Yeah.
get you to the big action.
You don't
set
care
piece.
if these ladies and guys are pirates. You just want
Exactly.
them to
It's just we're getting to
Yes.
the stuff that you really came to see, and then everything else is just this empty sinew to get to the next.
Right.
Step.
Some action movies are like that.
Some
yes.
action movies are like that. I felt Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard was that, and it really disappointed me. If I have to see, and this counts for Transformers as well, another freaking movie where we have to go to the nerd's house, if they say, there's only one person on the planet who can hack this, and then they go, and the guy's playing video games in his basement, I swear to God, I'm going to go postal.
It didn't help that we saw.
I know.
Next
So
to-
close. I didn't even make the connection until you just said
I
it.
swear to God.
That's funny.
Every moment in Die Hard that isn't a kick-ass action scene is a waste of my time in this movie.
Wow.
It's insulting to anybody who knows anything about computers at all. Timothy Olyphant could have been played by anybody.
I was
Completely
I said the same thing.
non-role.
He could have been any of his henchmen. Could have been him. It was like, okay, so he's this good-looking dude.
Yeah. And
That's
here's
it.
the question.
But I mean, like, he's just like.
No, I love that you guys hated it.
There's no character behind him. He's just like, I'm a model guy.
I can't believe I've
Who's a
become the
great
George
bad guy in
Foreman
Go,
now
by the way.
of American Inventor.
One of the
What?
best bad guys in Go.
I didn't see Go. I saw parts.
Good, really good.
Really?
Yeah,
Because you
really
didn't like
good.
the two movies that I just liked. So should I go?
Yeah.
Really
So-
see Go?
Say what you liked.
Again,
Mikey.
it might just be low expectations because as I'm sure you could go back an episode and see how I felt about Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard, which was it's PG-13. I'm gonna hate it. Action sequences are gonna be stupid. With the car and jumping off a Harrier jet, and I bought everything. I was just like, this is fucking good. I dug it. I thought Justin Long or whatever his name was
good.
really good.
It's fun. He's put in everything he's in.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
elevated, like the Booth, he's elevated everything he's...
Yeah.
Why do
What?
Die Hard movies
Yes.
have to be buddy pictures?
Only two are.
Right. So why? Like, here's what we want to see.
Why does it have to be not?
Here's what we want to see with the
Ooh.
Die Hard movie. Here's what I want
Not
to see
even
with
the
the Die
thing.
Hard movie.
Yes.
And I'm getting worked up about that.
I saw it.
Die Hard,
agree.
the first Die Hard movie, to me, is the second best action movie of all time behind Raiders of the Lost Ark. For me. Okay?
Oh, interesting.
And what we want to see with Die Hard, what I want to see with Die Hard, what I think a Die Hard movie is
Yes.
we strip this guy of all of his means. We take him to the point where he doesn't have
Not even
machine
shoes.
guns. He doesn't have shoes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's the perfect moment in that movie.
Yeah.
We take this guy and he is completely against the odds.
Yeah.
And the odds are completely stacked against him.
Right.
He has nothing. And he has to improvise his way out of
Yes.
every situation.
Right.
Using ho ho ho. Now I have a machine gun because he figured out a way to get it from them. Not because he's got it. Not because.
Right.
Okay.
I get all that.
We don't want him tearing loose in a city. We don't.
Well,
I don't. I want
I
him
did.
completely.
I
I want him
liked it.
confined and at a complete disadvantage, and I want to see him use his wits to get out of it. And right,
Bro.
And this is not that movie.
No.
And I kept
Well, maybe
asking
it's
myself
because you kept thinking. I mean, maybe I don't like. I don't think I have the same feeling of the Die Hard trilogy as you guys. I really like the first one. I agree with you. It's probably one of the best. It is one of the best action movies ever made. I didn't really like the second one. It was sort of okay. I liked
Second
watching it
one's
on
like the-
cable.
yeah,
I didn't really like the third one. I watched it in the theater and I was like, all right, that's kind of whatever. Now he's got a friend. And so this one, it's not like I had the sort of like, I didn't put it up. It's not like this is an Indiana Jones movie for me.
Right.
It's not like this is, I was never like, oh God, this has to be great. Otherwise I'm going to be back because I love this character. But I was happy to see this character in another way. I was happy to see him kicking ass. I was happy that he had friends. I was happy that his daughter was in it and she was badass.
If this movie did not have Die Hard in the title, is there any way to tell it apart from any other action movie?
No, but that's...
No.
His Die Hard,
there
the
is-
Die Hard movie should not be Speed 2 or Under Siege 2 or any of those movies. It should not. But you just, I mean, my thoughts on Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah.
First of all, not even the action sequences. There's about 5 seconds of 2 action sequences that I enjoyed. I enjoyed that parkour moment that was a shot that I liked in the beginning when that dude jumped, and I liked the last few seconds of the tunnel sequence where the lights went out.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was a
cool.
cool idea. The filmmaking in this movie is fucking terrible. Terrible.
Really?
The
I didn't
most
think that.
cold, sterile, dude. First, the shot, the editing. I mean, like bad. Straight up bad. When he's in the car and they're having a conversation. Watch the car scene. They're having a conversation. Then all of a sudden it jumps on the other side because the thing's coming. There's that scene. First of all, that moment has been in so many action movies. It's over.
don't know what you're talking
And
about.
this, which is the last movie to do it, to rip off 3 other movies it did, where they're in a car and then a commercial does it. Volkswagen commercial does the same thing.
Yeah.
And this does it
Oh, yeah.
worse than any of the preceding. It filmmaking.
Bionic Woman does that.
What? Yeah, whatever. I mean, on top of the production design, I actually think is interesting, and I believe the director used to be a production designer, but not correct for Die Hard. Everything is very cold, very sterile. It's all a concrete, like, I don't know the kind of how the art style that you would use to describe it, but I think like futurism or like where it's like everything's like perfect symmetrical lines, concrete structures, not minimalist, no. And it was
Something.
the whole point
Something
to follow up what you said about Die Hard. The whole point to Die Hard, it should be even when it gets more hyper real moments, it's got to be grounded in reality. Die Hard to me, perfect action movie. Die Hard 3, one of the best written, made action movies of all time, and it has everything you just said. The third one, as well as the.
Yeah.
I don't care that it was in a city because in the beginning he is stripped. He's got a headache and he's naked and he's got a very volatile sign and he's going to be killed in a very real way.
Right.
Shot in a very real way and performed. The cops are like these New York policemen with these thick accents and they feel like real cops. They used real cops. The worst actor ever is the head of this like NADA, the like defense secretary, and he's like performing all his lines in the most sterile,
You guys
over the
haven't seen
top,
Sunshine yet, have you?
He's in Sunshine as well.
Because I actually,
talk about it.
I was gonna say one of the things I loved about it was I was like, I love that guy. He's in everything I love. He's great.
but dude-
and my fucking sushi guy's in it.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we can't
Song
talk about
Kang.
Sunshine yet.
Yeah, and thanks for
No, sushi guy was in
No,
my
but we know
Die
what you just
Hard.
said. We know what you just said about Sunshine. Hold on.
I didn't say anything about Sunshine. I said that is a good
The
actor.
acting is so terrible. They injected what they thought was McClaneisms by having him say "jerk off," to someone. Like that's what's cool about John McClane is that he said no. The whole there's got to be it's got to open on a moment where I bond with him. Like I want to feel the character of John McClane and that he's going through this crazy shit. Not like he's wearing this leather jacket. That's like John McClane's wearing like a rock star leather jacket.
That's funny. You guys didn't like it.
And like, dude, so there was nothing and the action sequences
I
are
liked
like.
it.
All right,
Again,
we're way over
we're
time.
way over time. But
All right,
I was also
but-
low expectations, so maybe that's why I thought it was really fun and bought it.
I just mourn the
Overlay?
summer action film.
What's that?
I mourn
Dude,
the summer
I
action
feel.
Well, I think you get it.
I'm mourned on.
Transformers. I mean, you don't get the
You do.
story necessarily, but the action sequences. Come on.
the last 20 minutes.
Yes.
Dude, 20 minutes of good.
Video games this week. There was another GTA 4 trailer that was released. The
Which
first
is
one,
Grand Theft Auto.
yes, 4.
Yes.
The first one broke the internet. This one, not so much.
They had their whole bandwidth set up.
I guess.
They knew what was going on.
Yes. It does show a lot more gameplay.
Yes.
What do you think, Dan?
Well, Jeff, what I think is.
Dan's now a blind jazz man.
Evidently.
I was trying to fake you guys out. I'm curious to hear what you guys think because.
I have no thoughts.
I mean, I don't know. It's cool. The music was cool. I want to know
Yeah.
what song that was.
It was the Bogs
Oh, all
and
right.
their song "Arm in Arm."
Someone's done some research.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's on the internet.
Yeah,
The
it's on
Boggs
internet.
arm in arm. That's funny.
I mean,
I was criticized for not doing my research last week.
it looks cool. I mean, it looks cool, but it just looks kind of cool, I guess, as a dude who's like, oh, it's cool. I mean, I don't know.
Did you see the
I
crickets
don't know if
stop?
I learned anything about the gameplay.
That was the first time I ever heard the crickets.
Yeah, you're right.
It just stopped, and all of a sudden I was like, did it get loud in
You're
here,
right.
or is it me?
You're correct about
We're in a
that.
garage, so...
Yep. It just started.
Cue the
again.
cricket.
Jiminy.
Were you not impressed? Equally not impressed?
You know, for me... Well, no, I was impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's like Grand Theft Auto, Russian mob, better graphics.
That's all we need to know.
That the pie.
But we already knew that.
The pie is in. The oven is turned to preheat, and now we wait for it to be released. And
I
then
kind of
pull it
feel the
out.
same way. Although there was some cool stuff, like the hanging off the back of the van thing,
Yeah, but I don't know if that was
cutscene or not.
cutscene or not. I mean, that's
I
the
don't know.
problem
It
because
seemed like
all the
it wasn't.
cutscenes look like that.
Yeah,
It
they're all
seemed
in-engine.
like
Yeah.
I would assume that the point of this trailer
Yeah.
was to not show cutscenes, was to say that this is
I
what the
would-
game looks like. Why? Otherwise,
I would think
why?
that it was definitely very cool cinematic when he's walking and like the background keeps
Yeah,
smash
that's
cutting.
awesome.
I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, they know how to put together a good
So
trailer.
what else was I supposed to learn about? I felt like maybe there were things in this trailer that I didn't realize I was
That you
seeing.
didn't catch, yeah.
Well, there's a lot
I
of
like the voice acting, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I mean, I like that it was. I'm happy that it's in that new milieu or genre.
I think you just hurt yourself.
I did. That was just me.
You know,
You may have just titled our episode.
how do you spell?
Yeah.
a lot of letters.
So there's a confirmation that there's helicopters.
Yeah.
We get we get some cool interior stuff. There's a lot of little detail stuff that's really cool, like kicking the door in and splinters going, and
Okay.
you know, it wasn't Megaton.
Mind-blowing, yeah.
Oh my God, can't believe it. But
Yeah.
it's still, my appetite is whetted.
Oh.
So anyway,
I guess that's
we
all
can
it
move on
takes.
from there.
I'm not a huge GTA fan. I was never the guy who like had to get the next one. I didn't even play the urban one. You know.
Oh,
I was
the
just
San
sort of
Andreas?
The
Yeah,
urban
San Andreas.
one? Oh,
Yeah, the one
okay.
where you're like a
LA
gangbanger
one.
guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So for me, I've been I'm excited for this because I will probably play this one because
Yeah.
it's on the 360.
Dude, mine just got blown. It would be awesome.
Yes.
You said urban one, and I was like, they're all urban.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
then-
I meant
right.
like urban.
But what if they weren't? What if it took place in like the
A country?
countryside or something?
Well,
like,
part of San Andreas does.
yeah, I know that you like go to that kind of area, but like something like I don't know.
Where you're, like,
I don't know
killing
what I'm doing.
cows.
No, but it's like, yeah, it's like what would you would have to just apply to everything. that you
Rolling
kinda-
farmers and stuff.
Old car theft auto.
Let me marinate in this
Hey,
idea.
old car theft.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
whatever.
it's there. There's
Yeah.
a concept.
There's a thing.
It's sell millions.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a lot of feedback from your comment last week about
Which
the
comment
Wii.
specifically?
About your insinuation that the Wii is perhaps not
Not a
as
game
hardcore as the other two consoles.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to dissuade that while I was chopping onions with my game system.
Cooking Mama. Okay, well here.
I mean, I'm excited. I wish that there was things that I
Here's
could
your
do.
opportunity to apologize to all the Wii owners out there, because
Okay.
because there
This
was
is like
sort of
sneaky, man.
confirmation this week
Oh.
at the Hollywood and Games Summit. Jim Ward, the head of LucasArts, said that they have.
What's happening here?
My knee's moving.
He's excited. I'm excited. No, this means it's good.
Yeah, that's an
LucasArts.
excitement.
LucasArts.
They have prototypes of a lightsaber game on the Wii. Wii lightsabers. You will play that, and you will love that.
I will buy a Wii for that. Are you kidding me?
Okay,
I will beyond play that.
8-year-old Alex. I mean, that
Dude,
is like every.
I will go back to
kid's-
my fucking Luke Skywalker telegram that I have. That would be epic, and that's what I feel like that Wii is completely missing.
Right.
All they have is ports. The only games that are designed specifically for the Wii in mind are chopping broccoli, and that's fine with me. But I'm just saying
Although-
that's not Gears of War 2.
There's Super Mario Brothers.
This stuff is coming.
Right,
Metroid.
and that's
yeah.
fine.
Metroid's gonna be
All that
cool.
stuff is fine.
But why? Okay.
I'm just saying, for me, it's like if you're a hardcore gamer, there are two decisions to make: PS3, Xbox 360.
Let me ask you
That's what I'm
something.
saying. That is not saying that.
You're making it worse.
That's how I feel. I wish.
Let me ask you something though.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about it, after reading some of the reaction to the forums. I was
Oh,
like,
I should go to the forums and read the reactions. Oh, I don't mind.
do you consider yourself a hardcore gamer?
No.
Done and done.
Well, no. I mean,
I didn't think it was going to be that easy, Tim.
I love video games, but I'm not.
Right.
I mean,
'Cause I'm not-
let me just put it this way.
Improvement reference.
Yeah. Let me just put it this way. I've played Fatality, and he kicked my ever-loving ass.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was not even a contest.
I'm
he
pretty
does
sure
best.
as you can be a supremely hardcore gamer.
Well, I'm just saying. Oh no, it was amazing. It was actually really fun because we did something on screensavers with him, and we cut back. He was playing an audience member. We were like, "How's it going?" And he was like, "Well, I kind of lost my train of thought, and so he killed me once, and so I made him kill himself 5 times."
You know what? I remember.
And I was
that.
like, "Holy shit!" I was like,
that.
"Don't roll this guy virtually."
I don't
So
even
will say-
like that label.
No,
I
so
think,
for me,
like,
well,
why?
I mean, this
What
is the
who
thing.
cares?
I'm a casual gamer. I love playing games. Again, I will say, and I've said this before on the show, I'm more of a social gamer. I'm not the guy who sits in his... Like, I would never have played Gears of War all the way through the ending, and then again on... If I hadn't been playing with Jeff.
Oh.
Because for me, that's not... I mean, it's fun, but again, it goes back to WoW and the stuff that I'm also, like, a template jumper. Because I figure out what it is, and I go, okay, so the next level, there will be 10 guys instead of 7 guys.
Right.
And I know how to kill those guys. So then I just go, well, now I'm just doing the same shit over and over again. And so I have that real issue. There are very few games that I will sit down and play all the way through myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I play games. And I don't think that is a hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, and I again, you know, I'm just saying, as a hardcore gamer or somebody who's into the next gen, I think the Wii is something that you should try out. But that unless there's something specific, because right now there's nothing on the Wii that I really need to play.
Cool.
The lightsaber game will probably cause me to buy a Wii.
Yeah. Speaking of,
And I
hardcore
love
gamer,
everybody. I'm just saying, I love everybody. People are great.
I'm not a big
even
fan.
if you hate my opinions.
I'm not a big fan of that moniker. I don't.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
But we all know I bought a PS3 this week.
Did you get it?
Got it?
What did you
Whoa,
think?
I want to tell
what
you
was
about
the
it.
phone call
Holy
about
crap!
that?
Well, this is the phone call.
Yeah.
Wait, my
So-
iPhone's ringing.
Oh! We all bought iPhones.
Well, no,
Not
Dan
all
didn't.
of us.
Well, two of us.
I love that Steve, me, Jeff, we all bought iPhones, and Dan's like, "Hey, what do you guys do?" We all got iPhones, huh? All right.
All right, so let me tell you about the PS3, the other $600 purchase of the week, or last 2 weeks.
Boy, sorry.
So all things are as they should be.
Yeah.
I have all 3 systems now.
Yes, this is true. The world has
world-
can continue spinning.
Decepticons, 0, Autobots, and Jeff.
1.
Yeah.
Although, after that review, I think he's on the Decepticon side.
No, I'm happily watching the Superiors Transformer movie, the
one you're making in
animated
your brain?
one. No, the animated one that I
On
enjoyed as a
Blu-ray?
youth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
With Omega Supreme. Dude, a live action Omega Supreme? Sorry.
We're in video games now.
I know, I'm sorry.
So,
I really like the PS3. I really like it. I really like it a lot.
What game are you playing?
Well,
I'm not playing one.
Oh, you mean you just like the system?
I like
don't
the
have-
system. The
Okay.
game I'm playing, the game I've been playing the most
Yeah.
is Super Stardust, which just came out. It's a downloadable game. It's a lot like Geometry Wars.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Ooh.
This game is awesome. It's Geometry Wars, but you're on a
I want a
sphere.
PS3.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You wait till you
yeah.
see this thing. It's gonna blow your
Dude.
freaking
I'm
mind.
ready to be blown because the last I saw, I have stayed away from these things since the last we saw at G4 where they pulled out of the box and couldn't get it working and then it just
Yeah.
worked
Well,
up.
a lot of things have changed. I mean,
I agree. That's why I'm
lot of
excited that you got it.
Firmware updates since then.
Probably. it worked out of the box, right?
Yeah.
So firmware
Actually, it was
upgrades.
really easy. I'd read all these horror stories about how it takes forever to,
Yeah.
such a pain. I had no problems. It was connected to my Wi-Fi network easily. It was great.
You know what this is like? This is like Jeff just went to a country that we've never been to. And he's like, guys, it's the coolest thing.
They have McDonald's.
They have these toilets that like squirt shit up your butt. And
You
like,
don't even. When I was in Paris for the
I-
first time,
I
I
know.
thought it was a urinal, and I was like, why? Why is there a faucet on the urinal? These guys are weird. And
How
I
old
literally
were you?
came in. I was like 18.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
I was like 18, 19. I went into my parents' room and I was like, it's weird. The urinal has a faucet, and they just fucking started.
You were
busting
like
up laughing.
Crocodile Dundee.
I know.
That's not a knife.
Yeah.
So
So
let me tell you about Super Stardust
Sorry.
real
Yeah.
fast. I mean, we
Well,
can talk
also
about
why?
everything that's not
Well, but
video
also
games.
why did you? I mean, what about the PS3 so far? I mean, it can't be just the game that you downloaded. What
no.
was it that you loved about the PS3?
Here's the thing. I had the money right now,
Right.
and I know that when fall hits and all the games that come out for it that I want to play,
Yeah.
I'll be spending all my money on all those games and all the games
Right.
that for the 360 and
Yeah,
all the
makes
games for the
sense,
Wii
makes
that I want
Pace
to play.
yourself, you paced
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm
good.
planning
It's good.
ahead.
and then you blew another
Financially.
$600, but
On
whatever.
the freaking iPhone, yes. Anyway, Super Stardust HD. I've been playing Resistance a little bit too, but I haven't played enough of it to kind of really give you an idea of
Yeah.
if I like it or not.
Yeah.
Super Stardust HD. It's Geometry Wars on a sphere. You're playing on a planet, and you go up, and the planet you rotate around the planet. The planet
Okay.
rotates under you.
All right.
It's like asteroids almost. It's like a
Okay.
new version of asteroids. Giant asteroids. You blow them into bits. Graphics off the hook.
Reminds me of the Tempest.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
In the tunnel, you mean?
Yeah. You have 3 different weapon types. You can switch through them at any time. One of them is good against these. One of them is. Excuse me. It's like fire. That was a burp. It was like fire, ice, and like rock
Trees.
blaster. Earth,
Freeze.
fire, ice, and earth. Basically.
Trees.
Yeah. So
Freeze breath.
each one is better on a different type of rock type, and you can switch through them at any time. Super fun. It's the same type of Geometry Wars style.
Yeah.
I gotta play 5 more minutes. I gotta try to beat my high score. You can unlock new
I like it.
planets. I broke the top 200 in the world on one of the planets on the leaderboard.
Whoa.
Oh, Jeff.
Well, like 6 people
Hardcore
have them.
gamer.
Nah.
Well, it's only 400 people own the PS3, so
Yeah, no. So if you own a PS3, first of all, if you own a PS3,
get Star Wars 2.
my handle is unpronounceable. The word unpronounceable.
No,
So I don't have any PS3 friends. So if you want to be a PS3 friends, hook me up. Because I've also been
We'll be
playing
on the Xbox.
Been playing Calling All Cars, which is really
Oh!
fun. And I
what
want to
about
play
the
with you guys.
slingshotty game?
That's not out
It's
yet.
not out yet.
So is that it? Is that the reason why you like it? I think those were bad, but like it's just so it's the downloaded game and the
Yeah, because you haven't
resistance
talked
is-
about like the dashboard. Like, is there a
It's
dashboard
really
media
slick.
interaction?
Yeah, it's that cross-media bar thing.
I never.
It's just like the PSP had. It has the menu across the
never
top
played
and everything
that
drops
either.
down. It's really slick. It's very fast. It's quiet as all hell.
Oh, that's cool.
Is it
nice.
Are you in that virtual world, like Sims looking world that they were talking about?
Not
Or
yet.
did
That
you
has
do
not-
home?
I'm
What
not in
about
the
Bobo
beta.
Chicken Face? Oh no, I mean, what was the thing with like the Small World Spanish?
Little
All
Big
these,
No
all these
way.
are coming. This is all
Bobo Chicken Face?
I just saw this. I saw this
Little
guy,
Big
and I
World.
remember it was like a cutesy name, and
Little,
that's just the first thing
Little
that
Big
came out.
Planet is what you're trying to think
Bobo
of.
Chicken Face.
Dude, no, it'd be actually kind of rad if we saw Bluray and HD, because you have HD
Oh, yeah,
and
side
Blu-ray
scenes.
now. Let's do
Yeah.
side sides of the same movie.
Well, after I buy my new 1080p LCD TV, then I'm not gonna buy it. Anyway,
Yeah,
so I
you
like
will.
my PS3. I'm gonna.
Dude,
I'll
I'm
talk
excited to
about
hear
it,
more.
but-
I can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna touch that, or are we gonna head?
Went ahead.
All right. Headsies.
Hey everybody, it's time once again for the comic book section.
I
I love comic books.
am becoming a fan. I'm becoming a fan.
Of
Quite
course,
My
you just didn't
plan
know.
is
You just
coming-
didn't know.
I know, but I didn't realize
was
how
us,
much
we
of a
did it.
fan.
No, yes.
Mostly me, but you were there.
I bet you're regretting giving me those Hellboys. You might be curious now.
I actually read all those Hellboys before I gave them to you.
All right, cool, whatever. I didn't read them. I gave them to Jeff.
What?
I don't like Hellboy that much. I love the art.
All right, well,
don't-
I gave you
anyway.
those, Jeff. Don't think he gave this to you.
I said that.
I didn't know you.
I said these are from Alex. Anyway, you want to bring up something, don't you?
I do.
Let's talk about it.
We well, I've been a fan. Well, I'm a fan of comics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we
fan
know
of-
that.
okay.
These
Copy
guys just recently read the first hardback of the Ultimates.
I had read the first issue when it came out.
Oh, the first issue only.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I actually did like it when it came out. I just didn't. I'm not. You know.
I
Yeah,
kind of
had other
like that
comics
you
I
can.
wanted to
I
read.
like that you can kind of wait for them all to be. So you don't have to wait like what is it, a week
That's what I do.
or more, a
I-
month? How long is it between books?
Well, it's supposed to be a month, but with the Ultimates, it's much more than a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are scheduling problems with the Ultimates. But one of the Marvel's kind of plans with that particular book is to stay with. Sometimes when there's scheduling problems, they
Yeah.
have fill-in artists. But they had
They're
a lot
like,
of confidence
we're
in Brian Hitch, and they wanted to make sure that there was a
'Cause I love
cohesive
the art
look
style.
through across. Yes,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think that benefits when you have these hardbacks
Yeah.
that are just gorgeous front to back, and it's one creative team throughout. I think it
Yeah.
really is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's what the Ultimates is. The Ultimates is the Avengers, our classic Marvel hero super team with Captain America, Iron Man, Wasp, those
Giant Man.
Yeah, the A-list, the
Thor.
Justice League of America on Marvel's side, and the Avengers has been around for 60 years, and Marvel, when they launched the Ultimate line with Spider-Man and X-Men, that was a relaunch of those titles, kind of stripping away all of the cumbersome history that those titles had accumulated over 40 years, 60 years, whatever.
It's a
it was.
refresh. It's a
Exactly.
colonic. It's a
high
historical colonic.
Exactly. So it was an effort to get new
Sometimes
readers.
we all wish we could have one of those.
It was an effort to get new readers into comics,
Yes.
and that's kind of how I used it, try to get a new reader into comics. So what did you think of the first hardback of the Ultimates?
Can I just say real quick?
Yes.
To me, Ultimates, Jerry Bruckheimer's Watchmen. Go.
Well, you know
That was just his idea.
Well, let me just say, I mean, you're
But-
kind of on the right track there because Mark Millar, I mean, the mission statement for the Ultimates was widescreen, epic. This is the movie we would never possibly have the budget to make.
Right.
So we wanted to make it.
yeah.
That's why all the panels are really widescreen.
Yeah.
I have
Looking.
some comments about that, but yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So Ultimate. So I liked Watchmen a lot, but I feel that I liked it that much because I hadn't experienced comic books enough to know that there were comic books out there that I could like even more. Because
I knew this was going to happen.
Ultimates was
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Meat and
Well,
potatoes.
no, yeah,
Ultimates was amazing. I loved it. The art style was awesome. The writing was awesome. It was what a comic book I think probably should be, which is I felt like I was reading a movie, and seeing. I mean, it was like I had experienced everything with these characters. I mean, it was great. I thought there were a couple things like wasn't a huge fan of all the like talking about celebrities and like the
that was
Freddie
very
Prinze
controversial
Jr.
when it happened,
and
yeah.
Bush is in it, and I was just like, all right.
By the way, that moment in Transformers
Hey, what?
with the red socks.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
weird, and
Horrible.
horrible.
That was weird. Anyway,
but it's
back
still a
to
good movie.
back to
No,
Ultimates.
I had
Back to
disclaimers.
Ultimates. Back to Ultimates.
Yes.
Your hand was in the air. All I'm saying. Back to Ultimates.
was, and I'll
So
never forget
for me, it was great. I never knew. I've like know so much about comic books peripherally.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, like seeing the pictures of Tony Stark. I mean, the pictures early of Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Now I get why you were so freaking excited about that. Because seeing that, I was like, oh, I can't wait to see the Iron Man movie.
Right.
And although, why didn't he have the hole in his chest thing in the Ultimates? Because I thought the
Well,
whole
it's
point
a-
was his heart
that-
was in the chest.
Yeah, well, it's a different origin. Actually, Orson Scott Card, the author of Ender's Game,
Yes.
wrote the miniseries that kind of reimagined.
I didn't like it. Though.
I didn't either.
I was so excited for
I
it.
didn't
That
see the
image of the
miniseries.
kid holding and it wasn't.
I did not like it either.
I don't know what you guys are
I
talking
have.
about.
I can lend it.
Well,
to
it
you.
was a
Oh,
reimagining
it's like
of his
the pre
origin
story.
stories
Okay.
as a
Yeah.
kid, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love the Captain America stuff was awesome. Nazi aliens, that's bringing it home. I mean, to me, that's old school. That's like Indiana Jones shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like those damn Nazis, and
Yeah.
now they're aliens. You know, I mean, the writing was great. I mean, some of the jokes were actually really, really funny. It was dark. I like that the Hulk was kind of an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I dug that. You know what I mean? And that he was like, I'm gonna screw this whole thing up because otherwise we don't exist. I wasn't a huge fan that Thor was such a hippie, but I loved Thor. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that dude was some hardcore
Yeah.
shit right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I loved it. I read it cover to cover. It ate it up. I liked it way better than Watchmen.
Well, cool. Maybe you'll read the next chunk of.
I'm ready.
Yeah, and then Ultimate 3 is about to. Ultimate 3 is coming out with a completely new creative team and a very, very different. Jeff Loeb and.
Jeff Loeb's the guy from he was on the Heroes,
He
right?
produces Heroes.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And Steve's going to put up the other name up on the screen because it's escaping me.
artist.
But the artist very, very, very different, very
Yeah.
cartoony kind of anime almost style.
Interesting. Because I
Very
really liked the art design. I really liked the art design.
The
And I
art's
like the way
gorgeous.
that the Giant
It really
Man,
is.
where they talk about like he could only go certain height, otherwise the whole like his exoskeleton couldn't hold it, and he couldn't eat before he shrank down. Because
cool.
it was all the stuff that you don't think about,
Yeah.
and then when you do, you're like, yeah, right. You couldn't. What? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And the Wasp was hot.
Yeah, I dig the Ultimates. I like it. It's not near my favorite comics.
Yeah.
It's
a little popcorn for you, right?
It's a little bit too popcorny. It's kind of funny. It's not nearly as funny as Why the Last Man, which you started.
Dude, Power. I finished
Or
Wild Last Man.
Powers.
Powers. What's a clitoris? I almost shit myself.
That's my favorite moment. The fact that
I literally
moment-
was like,
yes.
what did that? I was like, this is perfect.
The fact that that moment is in.
Yeah.
It combines so many genres. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
I'm not done with Powers yet,
Bendis.
but
so that's right.
Bend it like
So
Bendis.
that's the thing is that I would compare to we've had conversations about Brian Wood and Mark
now,
Millar to
did
me.
you like Why the Last Man more than Ultimates?
Yeah, Why the Last
Wow,
Man?
because
is
I
on
liked
another
Ultimates way
echelon.
more than Why the Last
I think
Man.
that
Keep reading
really
why, though,
succinctly
but-
sums up your guys' tastes.
I agree.
Which is cool.
Which is interesting because I
Well, that's
didn't.
pretty bread and butter. Or
Yeah, but it's not super. For
potatoes.
me,
no,
it's
there's
like,
no
oh,
like.
you need superheroes.
big-
I
action.
like superheroes.
Oh, interesting.
High five, dude.
That's why I read comics.
Interesting.
At least that's what I think I do.
Well, keep reading why. We'll see.
I will. No,
Anyway,
I will.
But
Because I did really
Yeah,
enjoy it.
the
I
writing-
powered through that like nothing.
the writing is good. It's decent. There's some interesting ideas, but nothing is quite as funny. Nothing is quite as profound as any of my favorite comics. You know, of any of Bendis' stuff, any of Brian K. Vaughan stuff, any of Garth Ennis stuff. It's all, and it all feels like it's in that genre. They all want to be that kind of witty and saying more profound things in a simple way, but it's not quite doing that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've
A little bit better than Brian Wood. Brian Wood. Jeff and I have conversations about Brian Wood.
Who's Brian Wood? What does he do?
He does DMZ, which is a big popular comic right now. They're trying to make it a movie.
It's cool. We should have you read that too. I think,
Yeah, you might be. It's
I'm
a
up
little
for reading a
political.
whole bunch of stuff.
But-
I was enjoying
But
it.
Brian
It's gonna be
Brian
fun.
Wood
Yeah.
to me.
I'm
all-
excited to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, Comic-Con is going to be so different for me because I'm not going to actually know that I've read comics.
Brian Wood, to me, all the writing is very just like it's like Brett Ratner's direct. It's just like it's competent. It just is what someone would say. It's not particularly interesting in any particular way. It just kind of is. Yeah. When you think of the concept and you think of the character, that's probably what you would come up with them saying.
Right.
To me, it is very cinematic, Ultimates, but and the art is gorgeous, but it doesn't do for me what I love about Bendis, specifically Powers, in the book that you read, is that it's not just that the art within the frame.
Who Killed Retro Girl.
Right. It's not just the art within the frame that's cinematic. It's the layout is very cinematic.
Oming.
Right. Well,
I don't know how to pronounce
but it's in Jinx too, which he did himself, and even Brian K. Vaughan's books. The layout and what other was I reading? I was like, wow, the layout is so good. I don't remember. But
You remember 3 years. He tried. He kept trying.
He did. I saw him happening.
But there'll be like a small square panel at the top of the frame. It's a close up.
Yeah.
And then the splash page is huge, and then a little thing. So your eye is really telling you the story. This was all just like widescreen cinematic frames.
It's interesting too because
you know what I mean?
one of the things that's confusing to me about Powers, and maybe it's because I am a novice.
Oh, where you have to go both pages?
No. Well, no, that fucked me up the first time. I get it now. I go,
I don't
that
like
looks
that
the
either.
same. No, but the other thing is they're talkie bubbles. Sometimes I don't know if it's like I don't know the etiquette.
You'll get it.
I honestly I don't know.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Because I was like, wait, that bubble
Scott
is
McCloud.
first.
Yeah, Scott McCloud.
I was like, that bubble's first, but
Bendis
not,
fucks with it a
this
little
one's
bit.
higher. Where
Listen,
do I read?
Let me help you, totally. First of all, with Powers, you always have to look at both pages first and figure out is it going
Fulsies or
that way?
Nazis?
If the lines are touching, read both pages. If they're discoordinate, don't.
Okay.
I'm dying.
Jesus.
All right, we gotta wrap this up anyway. We gotta.
Yeah.
But into recognizing your comics.
Yeah, but first of all, it's kind of like video games. Like when you don't know where to go, think about where you would think they want you to go. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not like I get that confused. I just read a couple other bubbles and go, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I guess they go in this order.
It's usually top to bottom, left to right.
Yeah, but
So
what
what's the
happens?
first bubble?
What happens if it's like here and here?
You go upper right,
Then bottom.
then bottom.
So
Top to bottom, left to right.
All right.
So I don't get that. You mean it? So I
Start going top to bottom. What comes first?
right,
If it's on the right, I'm starting there.
right. But then
If
I
there's
go and then
nothing-
automatically to the left.
If there's things that are on the same plane, you go left to right.
This is why I watch TV.
All right.
Just saying.
We just help people that were like confused.
All right, first, before we get into our question email, I do have to read an email. Are you okay? What's up? What's the hugging? That was awesome. I do have to say that we did get an email which actually caught me off guard.
It's one of my favorite emails ever.
The title of the email is "Wow, Ganking Alex." Now, I went into the forums and I posted my my little armory thing, which showed my
World of
characters
Warcraft,
from World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
because people were asking for them, and I was like, well, I'm here, might as well say. This email basically recounted a story that I thought was just sort of one of those things that happens. I was walking around in Duskwood, minding my own business, nothing really going on, and all of a sudden, I believe it was Distortion, jumped out of the woods, Oogie Boogie style. I believe it was a level 70 mage, and destroyed me as a level 23 warlock. Right. And I went, fair enough. Good show. So then I go and I get res and I go down and I was like, well, hopefully he's gone by now. And there he was jumping around on his horse on my body. And I went, okay, so he wants some more. And
Little
at that point,
did you know.
little did I know what was going on. At that point, I'm like, whatever. I'm in the middle of a quest. So I res myself, wave. He waves back, and I run off. He follows me on his little horse. And so I turn around and I clap for him and cheer. And he's cheering and clapping. And I was like, okay, so he hasn't killed me yet. I secured my soul stone just in case. And I go about grinding, to which he basically follows around helping me. And I was like, wow, this guy must be really bored. And so then I get to find this guy and we group up and he leaves. And then all of a sudden he comes back. And I was like, what is this guy doing? And this guy was like, whoa, level 6, oh. And I was like, no. This guy's been here before. He's just bored. And
the guy that you were with was like...
The guy that I was with was like, oh no, he's coming on his skeletal horse of death. And so we end the quest and I'm going back. He's following me. And then all of a sudden he starts turning me into a sheep. And I was like, okay, that was fun for a little bit. Now, kill me or let me leave. And then we get there, and then all of a sudden this other level 70 shows up, and I was like, well, this guy doesn't know the rapport that I've formed. So clearly he's gonna, and then he starts dancing with me.
Was that perhaps pollution?
It was pollution.
Listen, he starts dancing with you as if you were not a part of this. You were somehow lured into this.
Oh no, I
Why were
slash
you
danced.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I slash danced because these guys could kick my ass. Anyway, it turns out these were fans of the show that saw the guy actually, did kill me, and then went, "Oh my god, I think I just killed Alex's character," and wow. And then was like, dude, you've got to come over here. Alex is in game right now, which I thought was amazing.
So there's like this whole other movie, and the email details this whole other. Alex
other
thought
thing.
one thing was happening.
These guys are on the cell phone, like,
Yeah.
I just killed Alex, come over, log on, come over,
Yes.
let's hang out, let's
Yes.
kill
Which
him
is
some
awesome.
more.
That is true.
Really cool.
Now,
And we're
if
blinking.
you would like to send an email, you can send it to fans@totallyradshow.com.
And ask a question like this other email.
Like this other email that we can't get to because it's blinking.
Oh.
That's why the blinking light. That's why I tried to slowly.
We got. No, it's cool. We can go. We got
2 minutes.
Get there real
All right,
fast.
we're gonna
Here we
do
go.
this real fast.
Yes.
We love
That's
you. We love you to
Say
death.
quick. Say quick.
Alex, Steph, and Jan with the by Jan I meant Jeff.
I'm deaf, you're Jan.
With the monumental
Why do I
release,
have to be
with the
Jan?
monumental release of the iPhone and Transformers, we both bought iPhones, so did Steve. Dan didn't. Hybrid devices are all the rage. What 2 or more current products would you wish you could merge into one radically succinct package and answering to not feel bound by the limits of science or technology? Ian from Los Angeles.
Yes.
Go.
Anybody?
Okay, here's what I was thinking about this. I wish that roller skate shoes had been around when I was a kid. It's so not fair that they weren't.
Oh!
Roller skate shoes?
Yeah, this
Dude,
I'm so
wheelies.
jealous.
My
wheelies.
girlfriend, Heelys.
Heelys.
My
Yeah.
girlfriend can attest. I've now gone to 3 sneaker stores
To find them in your
my
size?
They don't
size.
make them in adult sizes, right?
They
It's not fair.
just have my size, but you can order them online.
Okay, so that's a product that actually does exist.
That's really funny.
The other thing that I was thinking, maybe I'm not.
and I'm embarrassed. Sorry.
The other thing I was thinking is George Jetson's car briefcase. Briefcase.
Well, if you can play that game.
Yeah, that's not a. That's just. I wish it existed game. If we're playing that game,
Not a
We are
car
not
and a
bound.
briefcase.
We are not bound.
It's,
We are not bound.
it's just like the stupid movie Transformers where they turn in,
I don't-
the sizes
okay.
don't matter.
yeah.
I would combine a skateboard and hover technology so that I could finally prove Kirk Hammond right.
That's good. I'm going to say that I wish there was some way to merge frisbees with some sort of laser death technology from Tron.
Cool. All right, so we're moving on.
Steve, what was your idea?
Flying cars. Hello.
Flying
there.
cars.
what the-
Flying cars.
Jetpacks,
Wow.
jetpacks
You're
and
really,
belts.
no one's ever come up with
Bulletproof
that.
faces.
I know, it would be cool.
All right, let's
The
go, let's
show
go.
has
Let's
done.
go, let's go.
Okay, so come to our forums and post stuff. If you perhaps are upset that Alex said something about the Wii, go to the forum.
Or not.
At totallyradshow.com.
Or you ganked me somewhere.
click on discussion forums.
Yes.
There's great discussions going on there.
MySpace.com/ I was almost at Dan Trachtenberg, which exists, / Totally Rad Show. Become
All right.
a friend.
Well, that's it for this
Buy a
week's
shirt,
edition.
buy a hoodie.
Oh,
Jinx.com.
Jinx.com/TRS. We love everybody. We're sorry we're in a little bit of a rush.
Show ran long.
That's it for this week's edition of Dignation. By that, I mean, that's how fast we're doing this show. That's it for this
funny
week's
that you
edition
said that.
of the Totally Rad.
You've done 100 and how many episodes of that?
Totally Rad Show.
Alex Albrecht, Dan Trachtenberg, Jeff Canada. Happy Totally Rad.
Three Rad Dudes.
I was wrong about everything disgusting.
It's coming back up still. This one's clogged. It's now 3 layers of shit in there with yellow. Oh, I smell it. I'm ready.
Oh my god, it does smell. Oh god. Oh dear god.
Yeah, Jeff's got the lines.
Oh god.
Boom. Slip and slide. Right and back and do. What are we talking about today? Cool. Here we go.